We were invited down, myself specifically, to attend district. So I came down with my friends. But prior to me coming down, I actually said, well, what's the dress code? So he told me, and he said, what do the ladies look like? So I said, well, they're presentable. And he said, are they dark? And I said, why should that matter? And he said, because if they're dark, they need to be extra pretty. And I was on the defensive. And I said, why is that? Why not, as a whole, women need to be, presentable? And he said, white girls dress better, they look better, they're thin, and that's the crowd that I'm looking after. It's the black crowd that's my concern. But then he brought it back by saying, no, my wording was wrong, I still would like you to come down. Didn't really want to, but after coaxing, I decided to come down. Got here early to ensure that there was no confusion. Got to the front of the queue, to which the door lady actually stated, Daniel Thomas's table is full. We were willing to pay, and she said there's nothing she can do about it. So I called him and he said, no, she's lying, it's a mistake, you're my guest, I specifically wanted you to come down. I said, I don't take to shame. I've been here many occasions, which he already knew. I have no issue in paying, neither are my girls, we're all working women. And he said, no, it's no issue, please don't go anywhere. I'm going to speak to the person above me. And he called me back and said, he's asked you to actually stand against the wall so he can decide whether you're good enough to come in. He then said to me, it's because your friends are dark. I said, you knew what colour they were, knew what race they were. Why is it an issue? He said they're overweight.
We want the perception of dark-skinned women. I feel like it's tainted. They think that we're not respectable, we're not classy. Why is it that we are not allowed in once they reach a certain quota? Why is it, do you know what I mean? If we're not allowed in, let it be because we're not dressed correctly, but it shouldn't be about something that I can't change about myself. I can't change my skin colour, I can't change the way I look. Who are you to tell me that I'm pretty, or who are you to tell me that I'm overweight or that I'm too dark? And it has a knock-on effect, because if I wasn't so assured in myself, I might go home, I might start bleaching, I might start doing all this other stuff to try and make myself quote-unquote beautiful. And that's not, we're in 2015, this should not be happening.
If you are open to the public and you publicise and promote your club that, you can be put on guest list or you can have tables, colour should never come into it, and neither should your weight.